Welcome to the quest for the Green Bowl, the Rise of R'luh Azath. We welcome back Green Acres to the show after another huge Game of the Week win. Of course, becomes the third league member with 2 Game of the Week wins here in 2022, joining Uncle Justy and the Elite Mother Tuggers. This time, he takes out risky business at the sulfur mines of Barbara. Green Acres survived those nasty spores and now has a good chance as any to make the playoffs, with Week 14 as most likely being a play-in game to get in, though it could get in anyway, but we'll see what happens. So what's going on, man? You got any strange plants growing out of your skin?
Nah, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about the win, but, I needed it, I was going to be out, so I got it like a good team effort.
Yeah, I mean, you had a lot of players step up, obviously. And, it wasn't just one. I think that your tight end going nuts with a couple touchdowns helped a lot. But, you go in this week against the Elite Mother Tuckers. You're the only team that beat them so far, and they're going to be the number 1 seed at this point. So are you feeling confident in this one?
I think the matchups are pretty good, and several of my guys were kind of injured, but they're looking pretty good. I hope Jacobs is injured for him, and I might be able to squeak it out. We'll see, dude. I don't know. It's still going to be tough.
It'd be crazy if you're the only team to beat him twice.
Yeah, he's got a good team. But we'll see. Hopefully Jacobs is injured because I think that San Diego Raiders game, or the Chargers Raiders game is going to be high scoring. Yeah, I think Eckler is going to go off too. So, but if at least Jacobs isn't there, it'll be better.
Yeah, and he's only been limited, so we'll see what happens there. He might be limited anyway. We'll see. They're kind of out of it, I think, their team, the Raiders, so they might want to rest Jacobs. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, I guess he's a free agent too. They might just run him into the ground, but I think
we can't have him. Nobody can.
Yeah, exactly. So I think one of the craziest things about this season in our league is that the jumble in the middle, I feel like, is a little tougher than it's been. So many teams with similar records. The tiebreakers are weird. Obviously, you're one of the top teams in terms of tiebreaker, in that most likely you win one of these last few games, you'll get in. Week 14 for sure, I believe. If you win, you get in. There's some other scenarios, but based on projections, that's what it looks like. So how you staying focused when you have that crazy of a race? I mean, are you stressed out a little bit in these matchups?
I was after last week, I was doing pretty good. I like Najee Harris. I wish the Steelers had just benched him, because I didn't need him to play, and and then he got injured, so.
Yeah, I know how that feels. It's always rough when you don't need it, or you're out of it, and guys are getting both Marquise Brown and Mike Williams got injured for me in garbage time when it mattered. It didn't matter at all. They've been, I've been missing them all year pretty much. Obviously you talk about it a little bit. So how big was your win against risky business? I mean, I think the biggest thing for you, what was the defense, quarterback, and tight end? You outscored, and that was risky business's strength. So that's pretty huge.
Yeah, I think. The week before I had some bad pickups on defense and field goal kicker that kind of cost me. This week, I'm picking the Browns defense.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think that definitely helped you a lot. Now, like we said, it's a crazy race. Most like at this point, based on projections, we're going to have 2 de facto playing games, most likely, to make the quarterfinals with how everything is lining up. It might change, but that's never happened in the league before, where there's 2 essentially 2 matchups is just that's who else is going to get in. And again, it could be more things involved based on if there's some upset this week and things like that. But, there could be a division title that's also on the line, based on what happens. So things are getting nuts. And I think that you're in the heart of it, so I know that things might stress out a little bit, especially if points come into play with the tiebreakers. But to ease your stress a little bit, we're gonna have fun in this next segment because we're gonna project the fate of all the teams in the playoff race. Why not? You're gonna get to say whether they're gonna get in or not. So let's get ready for total race calls.
Throw yourselves. Who the hell am I? Throw yourselves. Throw yourselves. Who the hell am I? Throw yourselves. Who the hell am I?
All right, so for this, it will be simple. We're going to mention every team that's still alive in the playoff race and go over their scenario to get in. And you'll say one of three things from the Total Recall movie from the 1980s, of course. If you think they're a lock, and this includes you too, we'll get to you. If you think that the team is a lock, you will say, "Get to the reactor, Quaid." if you think it will go either way, meaning it's up in the air, you're not 100% sure, you can say, "Baby, you make me wish I had three hands." I don't think I need to tell people what that's a reference to. And if you think the team is not going to make it, you can say, "Let me suggest you take a vacation from yourself," which is obviously the whole premise of the entire movie. So I'm going to begin with 4 and 8. Uncle Justy, who's surprisingly still alive to get in, needs a lot of things to happen. He needs to win out, needs your team or the Siamese Dreamcats to lose out. And for both of you, obviously, to lose in week 13 as well. Needs Remember the Titans or AR's Ayahuasca Plant to lose out, and for both to lose this week. Also needs Lebowski Thor to beat My Dark Ridge Dreamers. That brings in tiebreakers. And even then, Uncle Justy will still need to have more points than everybody else, trailing both the Dreamcats and your Green Acres by over 60 points right now. So what do you think Uncle Justy's chances are to get in?
I mean, I think it's going to take more than three hands. I didn't hear the final.
That was if you don't think they're going to make it, you're going to suggest they take a vacation from themselves.
Yeah, it's going to be a long off season. I think it's time for the vacation. Rest those guys. Just like Jacobs, that just rest them, man.
Yeah, and I agree with you. That's a tough hill to climb. And the next team actually has a similar tough road. 4 and 8, the Clash at Demon Head to get in. Obviously, need to win out. They need Lebowski Thor to lose one of the last 2 games as well because of tiebreaker. And for AR's Ayahuasca Plant and Remember the Titans to lose this week, and for AR's Ayahuasca Plant to beat Remember the Titans in week 14. Also needs either the Siamese Dreamcats or your Green Acres to lose out, while also both losing this week. And then even then, it still comes down to points. And of course, they're trailing all the teams ahead of them by 100 or more points. So it's even worse of a spot than Uncle Justy, to be honest. So I kind of know where you're going with this, but what do you think?
It's time to start thinking of next season, Take that vacation,
Yeah.
It was a hard year, you earned it.
Exactly. I think, all right, now we're getting to ones where there's a little bit better of a chance, of course. 5 and 7, low-key Lebowski Thor. A little easier, but still rough because of tiebreakers that they lost to. They need to win out. And, they also need Remember the Titans and AR's Ayahuasca Plant to both go 1-1. And they need one of your squad or the Siamese Dreamcats to lose out, and also needs Risky Business to win one more game. So they actually need Risky Business to just win and get in. In that scenario, Lebowski Thor would actually get in over Remember the Titans as the 6th team based on tiebreaker. So a little easier, but still rough because of all the things that have to go right. So what are your thoughts there?
Not going to happen. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, vacation time.
Vacation.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good thing for Lebowski Thor, he's brewing beer, so he could just drink a lot of beer on vacations.
Yeah, no.
Next up, 5 and 7, AR's ayahuasca plant. They need to win out, and then they need the Dream Cats to lose out, and for your squad to go 1 and 1. And then they would get in that scenario. They also would get in, so they have a second scenario if they win out and Lebowski Thor wins out, and your squad finishes 7 and 7 as well. They would jump everyone with the tiebreaker. So a little easier in that winning out, and then you essentially you losing one more game and the Dreamcats to lose out. So
they got a chance, you know. I think they maybe need 4 hands, but then three hands could cut it. 4 would be safer.
Yeah, I hear you. So now we're going to your team. So we'll see what you think here. You're 6 and 6, obviously. You get in if you win out. If you win out, you're in. Also, you get in if you win in week 14, and remember the Titans loses out. You also could get in with a win in week 14, and AR's ayahuasca plant loses once, and risky business loses out, which is an interesting part of the scenario. But you have multiple ways as well. But your easiest way is if you win out, and your second easiest way is if you win in week 14, and remember the Titans loses this week and next week.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I think I need 3 hands.
Yeah.
I need all hands on deck. Because remember the Titans. I feel like he's got a really good team. He just doesn't have the best record.
Yeah.
I know he won last year. I feel like he also has a good team this year. So
yeah, Justin Fields. I think if he's healthy, he's dangerous. I mean, if all those rushing yards, he always seems to find a way when he needs it. Right. Still has a shot to win the division too, which is interesting. So we'll see what happens there as well. And we'll get to that in a second. The next team, 6 and 6, Siamese Dreamcats. Theirs is very easy. They can win out or just win in week 14. They just have to beat you. That's literally all they have to do.
Not gonna happen. They're done. Time to pack it in.
I'm sure they're going to be excited about that. Oh man, you're creating some good storylines here. I like it. There's going to be that week 14 matchup. That's going to be good. All right, so
it's going to be good.
Let's move on to 6 and 6. Remember the Titans, like we said, they can clinch the Ganymede division still by winning out. They need the multiple scoregasms to lose out as well in that scenario, and of course, they need to score more points because they would be 1 and 1 in the tiebreaker, and they would be 4 and 2 both in the division at that point. So it would go to points. Remember, the Titans is only trailing the scoregasms by 7 points. So there is that outside possibility there. Of course, to get in as a wild card, they have to win out and they get in. They could win in week 14 and your Green Acres squad and the Siamese Dreamcats lose in this week, then they get in. So if you both lose this week and they win, they get in. They win out, they get in, or they could win the division with that scenario. So what are your thoughts on them?
They got to put in some work, you know. They need 3 hands.
Yeah, no. It's funny how all this works, right? You need those hands.
I mean, it's not a lot. Yeah, they have some work to do for sure.
Yeah. Next up, Risky Business, 7 and 5. They just need one more win. And if they lose out, they need your squad to lose out or for Lebowski Thor to win out. So they just need to win once. Or if they happen to lose out, they need your squad to lose out or for Lebowski Thor to win out. So that's obviously a little easier. So what are your thoughts on them?
Yeah, he still has some work to do.
Yeah. Yeah, just that one win. I think that says how hard it is. I think it's because of your division too. Like your
Yeah,
division
the
is so hard.
pretty tough. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like nothing's easy. Like one win, it's not easy.
I mean, I have a 3-1 record against my division. I have a pretty bad record against the rest of the league.
I don't know what that says. That's pretty good, actually. You're beating.
Good to be back playing a division game.
That's pretty good. All right. So, lastly, the 8-4 multiple scoregasm still not technically clinched in, which is crazy to think, but they're not. They clinched a division with a win. Obviously, that's all they need to do to clinch the division. If they did lose out and didn't win the division, they also get in if Risky Business, your squad, or the Siamese Dreamcats lose just once more. That's all they need. It could be any of you. It's not all three. It's any of the teams.
They're at the reactor, Quid.
Yeah. It would take a massive, massive collapse for them to not make it.
Yeah, they have a pretty good team too. So, I played them recently. So they have a pretty good team.
Yeah, they are. They are, especially when all cylinders are firing. I'm hoping they lose out just so that I get that first round bye. I need them to lose once more, and then I need to win out. Because I have the tiebreaker over them. So, but it's tough. They play the Stellar. I was gonna say they play the Stellar bitches in the last week, so they're obviously the Stellar bitches are not doing so well this season. So
not so good. But who do they play this week? Do they play Remember the Titans?
Yes, that's the game of the week.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, I think that one will be good. I'm hoping Remember the Titans pulls it out because I feel good in my match. So then I could just clinch that bye and not care about next week. That's what I want.
Yeah, the buys are key. You gotta get the bye.
Yeah, that's huge. It doesn't guarantee anything, obviously, with the curse of the 1 seed, but it's good. It's good, right?
You can rest your guys.
Yeah, exactly. That's the key. That's definitely the key. Well, I mean, obviously, there you have it. So many teams still in it, which is amazing. Obviously, somewhat easier chances than others. But even as you said, most of them, besides getting ready to take those vacations, they're going to need 3 to 4 to maybe 5 hands. We don't know. And obviously, you're one of those teams. Good luck the rest of the way, man. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, no, I'm right in the middle. So
yeah, you're going. And of course, I'm also going to announce the final game of the week, our flex game of the week. And it's your Green Acres hosting the Siamese Dreamcats at the Lava Castle of Drusus. Huge EO battle. It is likely going to be a win and you get in. So, I mean, it's going to be a good one, It's
I'm excited. I'm 2-0 game of the week. So
yeah, I mean, you got a chance to be the only team in the league to win 3 game of the week. So, so it should be great, right? Like, it's what you play for. So that's the content for the week, everyone. Hope you had fun like us talking about 3 hands and 4 hands and all that kind of stuff. New episodes will be out Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday, of course. Until next time, salut, and check out the game of the week results and the upcoming schedule, which you should already know before you go.